Hi, I'm Juan David Rojas, and I'm going to present the article that I chose, which is how young people who have dropped out of high school experience the re-enrollment process. Okay? Well, about the authors. First, we had Gro Hilder Ransdal, who is an associate professor in the Faculty of Health at UI, the Arctic University of Norway in Tromsø, Harstad. And then we have Rolf Wing. He who is a full professor in clinical medicine at with the Arctic University of Norway, Tromsø, as well. Okay. Well, the audits basically were not so explicit during the development of this article, but I can notice what is the main objective, which is to explore how vulnerable young people experience the beginning of their enrollment processes into education or employment, whether experience were 6 months into the processes. What basically is about to focus on many young people who have dropped out of high school. For that reason, the researchers are making some observations about these people, no? Because it's a common phenomenon in Norway where they're almost to finish their secondary studies and they're almost to get into the, let's say, the adult life, no? So basically it's about that. Okay, the participants were chosen from a 9-month re-enrollment program called AFET in Norway that is especially focused for young people who have dropped out of high schools, and the idea is try to prepare them and try to advise them in many as relevant topics such as in gaining employment as well, course on life skills, in team sports, excursions, and individual mentoring. All the participants gave their written informed consent in order to participate during the development of these studies. The average of the age is between 18 and 22 years old. Divided, there are two women and 4 men who have dropped out of high school, and they they the great majority they have working in part-time jobs. No, there are no like full-time jobs. It's just made for a little bit time. Also, the great majority live with their parents. No one is married or have children. It's just like young people who ordinary people who live with their parents. Okay, the present study is qualitative, and the study was carried out through semi-structured interviews, where the participants were interviewed twice. So basically, the total of interviews were 12 interviews. The first interview was focused on topics such as work experience, thoughts for the future, expectations for the enrollment process, and the reason for dropping out high schools. So it means that this first interview was conducted at the beginning when these young people had just started of the program. Okay, and then when the second interview took place during the life half of these 9 months, like it's about for 6 months. So the idea is try to ask them about how the program maybe changed their lives or some topics maybe that had something changed in their private lives or what worked or what did not work for them in the enrollment process. So yes, and then the idea is that the researchers conduct the study in a in the building where is located the program. Well, the findings. At the beginning of the re-enrollment process, the six participants expressed that they face three main challenges, such as the lack of inner motivation, the confusion, and lack of endurance. So basically, what happened with these job people is that they had some issues in these aspects because they don't have the enough motivation to try to overcome maybe some difficulties that they probably find in the school, no? That it's normal for most of the people who study and maybe they think that they constantly ask by themselves about all of this, everything is working or not, or maybe I don't know, maybe this is not my future, maybe I had to do other things, so and then when after 6 months into the process, finally they felt less confusion about their future, not being stuck or like do not about knowing about how it's going to be their lives, no? And be more motivated. That is very important because it's essential, one of the main aspects in order to try to keep moving forward, try to achieve their goals, dreams, no? So it's very important for those people who have dropped out of high school, but then they made the decision to go back again to the high schools because it's one of the major objectives of this re-enrollment program. Well, in the article, there was an section that talks about like future research or topics that it could be useful to make some research later. But I had a suggestion that maybe it's about what factors influence on decision of young people about dropping out of school. No, maybe we know about more about how this how is the process when these people are out of the school, no? But maybe it's better to know what are the factors or reasons that influence of young people, no? Before to make that important decision in their lives, no? Well, finally, about the about the witnesses and strengths about this article. In terms of the witnesses, I think that maybe is missing something more related to the research about what they're looking for during this article. Maybe it's expressing during in the main objective, but it's necessary maybe our research to clarify what is the main aim or what is the what is the main objective. No? So basically it's about that, and maybe to try to take into consideration about more sections about the findings. And in terms of strengths, I think it's a well developed article because we can find that there are they took the great majority of answers and they make like an analysis. Also, they try to use a diagram of them, which is very interesting in order to express about how is about that the difference to make a contrast between the beginning of the in their interview and the other interviews, no? And what are those topics that are in common, no? In order to try to understand more about how these young people are dealing really about their lives after they drop out of high school, and also when they want to come back again to high school, but it's a little bit difficult for them because they do not want to repeat the same mistake that they initially commit. Okay, so well, basically this is my video about the article that I chose. I hope you like it. Thank you so much.